Hey, 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 it's Kennedy. It's your girl Kennedy, a whole single. Just coming to stop for a moment and just share a letter. I said this is going to be a series, so this is going to be another series on a part of the series about these letters. Letters that subscribers have sent to me, letters that other people in other aspects of my life have sent me. Just pertaining to being single and being a Christian woman out here in this world. Most people know that I am ordained in the ministry, entitled Reverend, but just candidate, kid of the King. Anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. Got much more for you. And just imagine, just like I say, when you're in a group or a class and somebody else has a question, or you have a question, but you're sort of timid to ask, and you wait on somebody else to ask the question. So that's what these letters are about. These letters are about someone asking me questions and me sharing those questions with you because they may be questions you wanted to ask someone as well. So we just gonna make sure we give everybody the information all at once, okay? And we gonna try. But I love you guys by the gallons. I thank you so much for continuing to support this channel. I am just overwhelmed with joy. And like I said, you guys, you're the ones that keep me consistent in this and not just my own desire. But today, let's get to it. So I had got a letter from a subscriber and she's been following me this whole journey, and I love her to pieces. And so she was saying to me that she's, changed in life. She's become more of a spiritual, connected with the Father, and that she's still dating, that she's out in the dating world, and said she has good friends that she's had for years. And she was like, in the letter, saying that a couple of her friends, everybody, everyone that she dates, they always find fault. They're always picking this, oh, you don't need them. And that person not good for you. And he's something wrong. And this is something. And they just drag the guys that she dates. And she's like, it's sort of, overwhelming that these are my friends. It seems like they don't want to be, well, either they don't want me happy with anyone, or they feel I make poor choices, or, just like she felt, it's inflected in this. She was looking at, what am I done? What am I doing? And so we corresponded back and forth several times. Like I said, I'm going to get back and forth with them before I just put this out there. And I ask permission. I said I don't use anyone's name, but I do ask permission. Can I share this story on the podcast? Like, yeah, you know, if it helped me, if you help me, it may help someone else. So, but that being said, so she says that her friends also, some of the things that she's began to like to do. She's serving in her ministry at the church. She's participating in other programs at the church, like women's events. We just had one at Rebirth with First Lady, empowerment, like choir singing, different things she enjoys doing. Her friends that she's had for years, these are not things that they're into as of yet in their lives. So they're constantly, come on, well, we was going to Bucks before. We was going, well, if y'all ain't from Fort Myers, y'all don't know what Bucks is. But anyway, it's the hole in the wall club where you really, that ain't where a lady gonna be. But anyway, it is what it is. And so she's like, they don't want to enjoy any of the things, nah, girl, I ain't going over there with them people. And so, I mean, we're going like lovingly back and forth, not back and forth in a tete-a-tete, but just, corresponding on this. And I'm opening her eyes to who she's becoming. Her wholeness is becoming. And so her friends aren't at this spiritual place she's at just yet. And so I'm like, don't discard your friends, but sometimes your friends can't go on on the complete part of this journey. Like even in the Bible, God told Moses that you're gonna get to see it. You're gonna get to see the promised land, but you ain't gonna get over that. So some of your friends might get to see you get to the get there to the mountain and look over and see all that beautiful land. But some of them are not meant to go with you over there. So Joshua He was supposed to go, but Moses, this Moses, you ain't gonna be able to go because you did some stuff that, hey, but but you gonna get to see it. And so some of these friends, they're just really meant to see you get there so that they know it exists, that they know that the promised land exists in their lives as well. But sometimes they're not meant to go. And if someone's dragging you from where the spirit is leading you, then sometimes you're really gonna have to disconnect. And that mean that you just cut them off completely. Remember, I let you know all the time, never just discard any relationship, just put it in its place. But some friends you may have to detach from and keep them at a distance while you're going through this phase of your journey. Because I'm gonna tell you this, we're gonna get back on the world side, right? Because I want you to really understand this. So as we talking, I'm thinking about this song in my head is singing, "What about your friends?" And I was like, oh, that was 1992, baby. TLC, Left Eye, and all them. They said, "What about your friends?" Now I don't have any rights to these lyrics, but I got them on the internet, so I'm gonna be able to read them from the internet. And so it says, "Every now and then I get a little crazy. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes my vision is a little hazy. I can't tell who I should trust or just who I let trust me." Yeah. People try to say I act a little funny, but that's just a figure of speech to me. They tell me I changed because I got money, but if you were there before, then you're still down with me. Now, maybe it's not the money, but maybe you got a little bit more spiritually connected. And so the things that you once did, you don't do no more. And instead of you going back over there and getting pulled back over to the side of the enemy, you're trying to pull them over there towards you. So they say, but if you was there before, you're gonna be here with me. So you may not be ready to take this journey that I'm on. But if you my friend, you're gonna give me a high five while I'm going and just go ahead and ease back. I love her from a distance. But right now my sis trying to get on the right track and I ain't mad at her. I hope the best for her. I pray God give me the strength to lose some of these bags and let go of some things in the world so I can come over there and get that peace and get that love and get that joy. That peace that surpasses all understanding and guard your heart and mind. Let me tell you, that is more than rubies. It's more than gold. It's more than having $1 million and ain't got nothing to do with it. It's more than having all of the luxury in the world. It's just to have peace that where I am right now, God got me right here in the hallway. God got me right here at the front door. God got me right here standing in the big picture window of my office. God got me driving it. You understand? He gave me peace with it. Regardless of what I got peace with right now. And so I was saying, sis, if they love you, people gonna love you. I had a friend, me and Sam been friends since I was 15 years old. And she was 17. That's a lot of years. And Sam is the one person that understands me, that knows that there's some times that we're gonna be real, 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 real tight for. I'm gonna be clinging, clinging, clinging. And then there's some times when I'm distant. And I'm not distance from her in love or distance from her in care. But I ain't hanging, I ain't tight, I ain't over there. We ain't because in those times she loves me enough to give me the distance because she know that means Katie working on something. She's working on something with her spirituality. She's working on something with her kid. She's working on something that she needs to be completely focused for. So I'm gonna just be her friend. And when I reach out to her, I reach out to her. Now, if something go on with something, she's gonna let me know because she know little sis gonna be right there. You understand? But friends will give you that space you need to grow in the areas you're trying to grow in. And then when you surround yourself with like-minded people, more spiritually minded people, these friends, instead of picking the brother apart, they'll be praying for you to have discernment, for you to be able to ask the right questions, for you to be able to see without blinders or blurs on to see who the person is that you're inviting into your life. Your friends will be praying and they will be praying with you and for you. Your friends will be giving you scriptures that you can meditate on to to give you clarity about this person. Your friends will talk to you in a manner of love and trusting that the God that you're serving is speaking to you and through you. And it may be a light for their lives. Some friends don't want to see you happy. Some friends figure like, hey, if she ever get a man and they fall in love and get married, then I ain't gonna have nobody to hang with. So you got to look at a lot of different angles. And I'm not just gonna accuse anybody of that, but I will say some people, want you to stay in the position they're in because if you go, they have no one else to be with. They have no one else that's gonna allow them to be who they are. And sometimes as you get more mature in your spiritual life, the more things you see and you're picking apart off of you. You say, hey, I'm letting that go and I'm taking it away from that and I'm going to leave this alone. But then they like, no, I don't want to do that because I still want to do this and I still want to hang out there and I still want to roll over here and I'm going to still need somebody, But you're saying, no, I don't need all that right now. Right now, I'm just working on me and God and our relationship. Me, myself, I'm basking in singleness because I remember a point in my life where, and it's really crazy because there was a point in my life where my focus was so heavily on my daughter and the fact that me and her father weren't going to be together, then I wasn't going to let no other man live in the house with my child. And I wouldn't for years. I just nah, I wasn't with all that. It was just me and her. And then when she got like 11 or 12, big enough where I understand everything going on, she understand everything going on. We go. And then I did still pick someone in my life that I could trust. That even when he was mad at me, he still gonna make sure Asia was fine. They had food and everything she could possibly wanted. So that was the person I still picked to be in my life. Um, and so it's just ask God for friends that's gonna give them gonna be there with you. They say, like TLC said, you know, what about your friends? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down? Are they gonna be low down? Are they ever gonna be around? Or are they gonna turn their backs on you? So now we're gonna hold on to and pray about your friends. Pray about the people that God allows in your circle, in your trust zone. Ask God how far to trust some people. But you know what? The ultimate thing about trust, put your full trust in God. Put your full trust in God. And God will direct you and give you discernment on who to be in your life, who to take away, and who to just move. Sometimes you just need to move them. Not totally disregard the relationship, but just move. But this is what I would think today is let's pray about our friends. Pray about the people that God allows to be close to you in your circle, in your heart zone, in your closeness, in your who I'm gonna tell, who do I need to talk to. You understand? So I love you guys by the gallon, but this is another letter. What about your friends? All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you. Like and subscribe to the channel. Please share if you find this information, our dialogue, monologue, stimulating. Anyway, guys, peace, love, and fish grease. And why fish grease? Because it's hot.